Look, con artists are cool. You know what's cooler? Renaissance con artists fighting wizards and the Venetian mob. Today we're going to be reviewing The Lives of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. It's the first book of the Gentleman Bastard series, and you know with a name like that, it's either going to be really good or really terrible, and it's going to have a lot of swearing. Books like this are part of the reason why I started this channel. There is a lot of really good fantasy fiction that not a lot of people know about. I personally had to get this book recommended to me 4 times before I actually picked it up. And once I did, I seriously wondered why I hadn't earlier. The book is about a group of thieves who, not content with simple pickpocketing, have combined various acting skills to elevate their thievery to an art, leading to the creation of con artistry, all set to a backdrop of a magical version of Renaissance Venice. Now, as you might be able to guess, there's a lot of ways that this could have gone wrong. Con artists, in particular, are very difficult to write. You have to make them smarter than both any other characters and the readers, but in a way that makes sense, and it's very difficult to do without a great deal of planning. At the same time, trying to write a city as iconic as Venice, without falling into some of the cliche traps that Venice can set, it's a very tall order. Let's put it that way. Lynch not only succeeds, he succeeds so brilliantly I haven't seen anyone else pull this kind of thing off, ever. His characters are amazing, they're intelligent, they're witty, they're funny, they're clever, and his invented city of Camor is so incredible. It's like he took all of the romance of Venice and just cranked up the dials. The buildings glow, there are gladiator shark fights, there are pneumatic gardens on top of some of the glass buildings. It's just, I have no idea where he came up with this stuff. It's just incredible. At the same time, the way the city is described, you manage to see this absolutely dizzying contrast between the wealthy people, the ones who live in the mansions and the massive glass towers, and the people who live in the squalid poverty of the districts that have been ravaged by plagues. Camor is a living, breathing city in a way that, quite frankly, not even the night circus manages to pull off. And if you've watched my previous videos, then you know exactly how I feel about the night circus, so this is really high praise. At the same time, the way the author is able to interweave the past and the present storylines together and make them coherent, it's immensely difficult to do, and he pulls it off in such a way that you don't really notice, which is impressive beyond belief. Now, the plot is a little bit convoluted. I'd say it's very good, not great, but it's solid and it does exactly what Lynch needs it to do. The characters feel a little bit underdeveloped, which is not to say that I don't love them. Locke Lamora he's flat, but he's so great. The characters are a little bit flat, but they're extremely difficult not to fall in love with. The real standout piece of the novel is the setting and the backstory and the way the city comes alive. Additionally, I think this book has the second best writing of any fantasy book I've ever read, and it's at least top 10 of books I've read in terms of the quality of the writing. So the first page or two are a bit of a chore, but from that point on, it just sort of grabs you and doesn't let go until you've finished. The book has 2 sequels, Red Seas Under Red Skies and Republic of Thieves. Neither one of them is quite as good as the original, but I still think they're excellent books. In terms of books I've reviewed so far, I would put this just below The Night Circus in terms of quality. So, that said, this is a really good book, and you will not regret having read it. Definitely go check it out. Definitely go read it. If you have read it, let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't, Amazon link is below, as always. Remember to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I will see everyone on Thursday.